So I'm a pain-free movement specialist, and I concentrate on helping people with back pain get out of back pain permanently, and know all the stuff they need to do so they never suffer through the pain again. So just to let you know, I was sick all day yesterday and last night. So if for some reason I have to end this early, I apologize, but I was super dizzy and everything, had intestinal stuff. So if this doesn't quite work out, I'll cut it short, but just watch one of the previous videos if that happens. So you're going to need a foam roller. Hopefully this time I actually remember to do it first. A pillow or an Eric's pad, a stretch band or a towel, and a medicine ball or something to keep your hips stacked for pretty much the last exercise we're going to do. So if by any chance anything bothers your lower back, just skip it. But we're going to start with the foam roller. So let's put the foam roller down on the floor. Sit one butt cheek on the foam roller, sit to that side, and you're going to roll from the bottom to the top of that glute. Yow, feeling some nice tender spots. Let's switch to the other side. Not really anything on this side. One side will probably be, I don't want to say painful, but one side will probably, feel a little more than the other one. That's normal. Okay, so now we're going to get up tall. We're going to start off with the dynamic warm-up because you never want a static stretch cold. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So staying up tall, knee to chest, back down. If you can't grab the knee, just bring it as high as you can. If you need something for balance, feel free to use that as well. I think that was 5 aside. My counting's terrible. Okay, so heel to butt. If you can, grab the foot, get the heel to your butt. If you can't, just bring it up, kind of slap your ankle. Otherwise, heel to butt. Awesome. So now staying tall. If your back's not bothering you, you can use a little English for this exercise or this stretch. Otherwise, just pick the leg up, feeling the core muscles. Ooh, that side's tight. Whatever I had for some reason, the dehydration seems to be tightening up my muscles. Okay, so for this one, if your balance is not that great, use something, put your hand on something to help balance yourself. Stick to one side at a time. Otherwise, if your balance is a little on the better end of things, pick one leg up, reach for the floor, back up tall. Really drive your foot into the floor before you tilt forward, keeping those core muscles nice and tight. Okay, nice and tall. Now what you're going to do is cross over, keeping your back neutral, don't round. Tilt as far forward as you can. Come back up to tall, do the same thing on the other side. lost count again, so we're going to say that's 5. What you're going to do, hands wherever, lateral lunge, really stretch those inner thigh muscles. You can go side to side, but I just want to make sure I'm staying within the frame of the camera. Make sure you're only tilting forward from the hips or hinging if that definition works better for you. I think that's 5. Okay, so now we're going to lie down on the floor. Now that we're all warmed up, so our body is ready to go a little more into the static stretching. Again, never static stretch cold. If somebody like a chiropractor, a physical therapist, or a doctor tells you to stretch as soon as you get out of bed, find a new person to go to. Just, they don't know what they're talking about. It'll just make you worse. So lie down, head on pillow. Take one ankle, put it on your opposite knee. Pick that leg up, getting it back as far as you can. Hold it. Make sure your knee stays away from you. Don't let it kick back towards you. Feeling the stretch in your butt. Okay, switch sides. Again, keeping that leg that's up away from you. Don't let the knee kick back towards you. Feeling the stretch in the butt. And for every stretch, make sure it's a medium stretch. You want to make sure you're stretching enough, but not too much. If it's too intense of a stretch, the body will actually kind of freak out and try to get tighter afterward, which is not what we're looking for. So that's why you want to keep it at a medium stretch. So it's enough of a stretch to tell your body to relax, but not enough of a stretch that your body's going to be like, uh-oh. So put that leg down. Grab your stretch band. Put it around your foot. Straighten your leg as much as you can. Point the heel to the ceiling, toes back toward you. Pull it back. Make sure you're feeling the stretch in the belly of the back of your leg. If you feel it behind the knee or close to the knee, you want to reposition yourself. You want to feel the stretch here. And make sure your leg is as straight as possible. The more bent it is, the more chance you have that you're just actually contracting the muscle. You're not actually stretching it. Okay, let's switch sides. Side's super tight. Make sure that leg's as straight as possible, feeling the stretch in the belly of the muscle. Toes back towards you, driving your heel to the ceiling. Only as far back as you can, keeping that leg as straight as possible. Okay, bend that leg. Put your stretch band off to the side. Take that leg, straighten it to the floor. Take the bent leg, pull it back. Really make sure it's a medium stretch. Excuse me, if you're super tight, you might feel a stretch in the hip flexor on the other side. Don't worry about it. That means you're tight and need to focus on opening up that hip flexor a little more. Okay, put that leg down. Pick the other leg up. I forgot to mention this, but opposite hand at the knee, same side hand at the ankle. Really pull it back. Okay, carefully straighten that leg. Now take the first leg, bend it, pull it back. Take the second leg, bend it, pull it back. Give yourself a big giant ouch. So my hip flexors are kind of tight. It's probably due to the dehydration from last night. So you want to feel it in the butt. If you feel it too much in the front of your legs, try to reposition yourself because we don't want to feel the stretch there. And if your lower back is coming up and you feel a stretch there, especially stop. You never want to stretch your lower back directly, ever. Those muscles are already lengthened and, stressed because they're overly tight from being lengthened. So if you pull them out more, it's just going to exacerbate the problem. Put one leg down, then the other, then carefully roll yourself as one unit, then sit up tall. Ooh, dizziness. Apparently my watch is telling me I'm lazy. So, ooh, wow, still dizziness. Still be dehydrated. Okay, so bottoms of your feet together, keeping your spine tall and neutral. Pull it back as far as you can, but you want to keep your spine tall and neutral. Then push down on the inner thighs if you can do that yet again while keeping the spine tall and neutral. And just kind of relax into that position. Don't pick your head up. Don't round forward. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next one. Straighten one leg. Put the bottom of your foot against your inner thigh. Turn slightly to that side. Hinge from your hips. Do not round forward to touch your toes. If you can't get far, don't worry about it. As you can see, that's all I'm getting. You do not want to round forward. You want to hinge from your hips. Again, tall, neutral spine. Okay, one of my clients finished a workout. Nice. So let's switch sides. Same deal. Tall, neutral spine. Turn to that side. Hinge from your hips. If you by chance notice that you might have collapsed over, just straighten yourself out. Excuse me. Okay, back to the other side. This time you're going to take your foot, put it to the outside of your knee, keeping a tall, neutral spine, turning as much as you can. I guess not neutral, but tall spine since we're twisting. Make sure you feel it all in the middle part of your back. If you feel it in your lower back near your hip, skip this one. You never want to be rotating from your lower back. All the rotation your body should do should be from the middle part of your back because that part is designed to rotate. Also is the neck, but your lower back is not designed to rotate. Switch sides. You have like 5 or 6 degrees of rotation from your lower back, so you should not be trying to do anything from there. So again, tall spine. Okay, back to center. Grab your pillow or your Eric's pad. You want one knee on the Eric's pad, 1 foot forward. You want to be staying as tall as possible. You need to balance on something, feel free. Otherwise, squeeze the butt, open that hip flexor, reach your arm up for a better stretch. Must be on the screen. Oh. Oh, the reflection of the light off my glasses off the window looks really creepy. You can't see it though. So switch sides. Again, arm to the ceiling, knee down, squeeze the butt, reach for the sky, focusing on opening up your hip flexors. Okay, bend the elbow, drop down. Now we're going to do my favorite stretch. I'm going to do the counter stretch. You need something that's waist to mid-chest height. So we're going to use my sofa because it's perfect height for me. Put your hands on it, bend your knees, stick your butt out, drop your chest down. Wow, okay. The thing I had last night, oh wow. Okay, I'm going to have to skip this one, but you guys can still do it. Make sure you keep your hands on the um, the counter or whatever you're using for the counter stretch. We'll hold for like another 10 seconds. Apologies, because I'm going to skip the next stretch too due to the fact that I don't think it's going to work for me. So if you want, you can do the deep squat stretch at the end. But otherwise, whatever I had yesterday is still apparently kicking my butt, and I don't trust myself getting into a deep squat position. So for the last stretch, get your Eric's pad and your medicine ball or whatever you're using to keep your hips stacked. Put your knee on the medicine ball, whatever you're using, and then rotate away as far as you can. Ooh, wow, everything is tight today. If you can get your arm to the floor, great. If you can't, don't worry, but wow, okay. I didn't realize whatever I had really kind of screwed me up. So just kind of relax into the position, feeling the stretch in your middle back, maybe in your butt or your chest. Wow, okay. See, being sick can really screw you up. So, keep yourself as healthy as possible so you don't get sick. So bend your elbow, roll back over. And then rotate. Remember from the middle back. Okay, this side's still loose. That's weird. Okay, relax. Oh, I know it was early. I apologize for not being on game today, but whatever I had yesterday and especially last night really kicked my ass. At one point, I had to lie down on the floor because I couldn't stand up due to the dizziness. So because I skipped it, if you want to do the deep squat, if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch one of the previous videos. Yet again, I don't trust myself dropping into that position right now. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will also leave a way to contact me via telephone in my email. So if you have other questions that you don't necessarily want to ask in front of everyone else, feel free. So this is Paul Francis Sweat, pain-free movement specialist, signing off. Actually, if you want me to help you become pain-free, I do have a really awesome program that's guaranteed to get you pain-free. If it doesn't, you get all your money back. So again, this is Paul F. Sweat, pain-free movement specialist, signing off. Until next time, train smart, train hard, train safe, train to sweat.